and millions and millions and millions of people speaking more than 1,000 languages in more than 100 different countries. More people than voted for Biden or for Trump, regardless of Russian interference, have found that this message answers that question at the center of every human heart in a way that is good and true and right. If you look underneath the headline news, you'll find a question that has perplexed humanity forever. It still frustrates us today. And it is the question of how will humankind ever find the peace that we long for in ourselves, in our relationships, and in our community? There are plenty of answers to this question: cultural, religious, political. But as the headlines show day after day after day, none of these solutions are doing very well. And so each day, the words of the headlines change, but they're saying basically the same thing. The good news is we're not the first people to have to go through such tumultuous times. And there's a lot that we can learn from those that have gone before us. Many of them developed strategies that help them to live a good life, even in the midst of massive change. One example continues to capture my imagination, and the earliest example of it we have today is from 1,700 years ago on a papyrus known now as Papyrus 46. This manuscript was found by a New Yorker named Chester Beatty in the 1930s in a bazaar in Cairo, Egypt. Enticingly, it describes a world underneath the headlines that transcends all of our notions of economic status, of race, of gender roles, to unite us together in common community around a man who died 2,000 years ago. And millions and millions and millions of people speaking more than 1,000 languages in more than 100 different countries. More people than voted for Biden or for Trump, regardless of Russian interference, have found that this message answers that question at the center of every human heart in a way that is good and true and right. And in my mind, that is enough right there for a deep dive into this solution to our perennial human problem. Here's what this message in Papyrus 46 says. There is neither Jew nor Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. If you belong to Christ, then you are Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise. I don't know about you, but I'm going to refocus my energies from reading the headlines day after day after day to seeking after this solution, this ancient solution, to the most important problem we're struggling with today.